okay, with those two, right, equally attractive. Like we said, the fragrance would increase the level of attractiveness, right? But the problem would come if you were saying somebody who looks very good but doesn't smell very good, and somebody who looks, but smells very good, then
the latter for me. In that case, what would you go for?
Okay, for me,
looks good but doesn't smell good. Average looking, basic, but it smells really
good. For me, okay, I'll go for looks.
Perfume. But you just mentioned they have a bad breath. You wouldn't care if they look good. You'd leave someone with a basic look, but good hygiene.
See, I'm a man, okay? I'm a man. As much as I love smelling good, men are moved by what they see. Wow. Women are moved by
bad breath, it still wouldn't matter.
That we can adjust.
Welcome to the Safe Lounge.
Welcome, guys, to the Safe Lounge. My name is Caroline.
I'm Marilyn.
And today we have another guest on the podcast.
Yeah.
Trust me, he is really excited to be here, in as much as he's not showing it. But anyway.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Prosper Chamu. I'm based here in Dubai. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm into media, basically. Yeah, that's me.
Interesting. I didn't know the P was for
Prosper.
I thought it was for photography.
Yeah, so PC Media, Prosper Chamu.
Oh, okay. All right. It makes sense, actually.
But though the registered name is Prosper Creatives. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. So, what are we talking about today? I'll leave it to you, Caroline.
All right. So today we are talking about scents or fragrance or perfume and the psychology behind it. What made us want to talk about this is, of course, this guy is an expert on scents, if I can call you that. But like scents evoke certain things in us. Like, have you ever thought of smelled something and then it immediately puts you in a certain mood or it makes you think of something? So we wanted to explore what is the relationship between certain fragrances and the psychology, how it makes us feel and why it makes us remember certain people or certain events or certain, emotions that go on inside of us. So, yeah. And because everybody uses fragrances, but apart from that, even a body scent, someone's natural scent, can also have the same effect. So yeah, that's what we're talking about today. Nyasha, do you have some icebreakers for us?
Yeah, I do. The first one would be, if you were to bottle up a scent that you would use for the rest of your life, what would it be and why?
Okay. Do you want the brand name?
A brand name, you can describe the scent. Okay. It doesn't necessarily have to be. It could be a combination of, I don't know.
Okay, if there is one scent that I could use for the rest of my life, I would use Creed Aventus. It's a versatile fragrance that can cover like all round. Because in perfumes, there are some seasonal perfumes, and then there are some perfumes that can cover like throughout the year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, in terms of seasons. So for me, Creed Aventus doesn't only cover the seasons, but it goes on the casual, it goes on the formal. So that's why I can choose that perfume, because I can wait anyway. And the thing is with Creed Aventus, why I'm saying it can cover throughout the whole year, I can wait right now and it can accommodate anyone. You don't want to be wearing something and then someone is not comfortable with it. You understand? So you want to be wearing a scent that can accommodate everyone, that can accommodate seasons, and then basically that.
Not
That's
those
why I would
perfumes
choose that.
give people headaches.
Yeah. So you don't want to be wearing something like that. You want to wear something that if I sit here, it's noticeable, and at the same time, it's not disturbing you.
The next person.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
So for me, I will go for that. Not that it's only Creed Aventus, but mostly perfumes like that covers through the whole year are perfumes that are freshy, you know. Those are the types of perfumes that can cover like the whole year.
Okay.
Yeah.
And for you, Caroline, what's that for you?
Man, I don't have a specific one, but I think I would go for something fruity,
Okay.
a bit floral, but not too much. And I like vanilla. So maybe a mixture of that. I don't know what that would produce, but something along those lines. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Something woody or amber. I don't know. Like there's something that it's like a the boldness of those scents. I would say that's what I would definitely go for that.
Interesting. Woody.
And amber.
Amber. It's like something that's strong. Like I actually prefer masculine scents than feminine scents. Don't ask me why.
Shall we get into the psychology?
we might need to. But yeah.
Okay.
One memory that is tied to a scent.
One memory that is tied to a scent. For me?
Yeah. What's the scent and what memory? Like whenever you smell that, you're like there's not a time that you would smell, let's say, for example, for me, it's citrus, anything citrusy, fresh, reminds me of my godmother. Every time I smell something along those lines, right away, she comes to mind.
So is it like comforting?
Yes, it's comforting. It's like this motherly, I don't like, I can't express it, but yeah.
Oh.
That definitely.
So now we know when we need you to calm down.
Just
have is like
but it
citrus.
doesn't have to be sharp. You know, my problem with I think I know why I don't like most feminine scents. It's because some of them they end up having this high note. I cannot express it within. It's that affects me in the wrong way. So it has to be fresh, subtle, but yeah, citrusy.
All right. And for you?
For me, I lean into the freshy ones. I love the freshy perfumes. And I can't really say there is a memory behind that. But what it brings when I wear those perfumes is what I love about them. Because I grew up I didn't grow up in a community where there are perfumes, you know. I grew up in a poor community, so fragrances is something that I had to catch up later. So I wouldn't say my dad used to spray some fragrance. My dad used to smoke, so he used to smoke a lot.
Tobacco. It's
Tobacco.
actually
No, but maybe
Oh my
maybe
God! Maybe that's why I like tobacco scent as well.
oh, look at this. This is working. The safe lounge is working. So yeah, tobacco scents would evoke that memory in you that reminds you of your dad.
No. The tobacco perfume is really nice and sweet, and it's amazing. But on my dad's part, like it's a
What was
cigarette.
there? Yeah.
Cigarette is something that doesn't smell nice. It's something that smells bad. So when it comes to perfumes, I can't say I have a memory behind. Yeah, maybe, on ladies that I've dated, I could say, okay, this scent reminds me of this. This scent reminds me of this person. Maybe
Gee,
that's
but
the
what
memory
would
part.
happen, for example, right? There's a scent that reminds you of your ex,
Yeah,
and then you meet someone,
with it.
And they have the same scent.
and then you start dating, and they use the same scent.
That's trouble.
I think it's actually part of the. It's part of the attraction. Like it contributes to how you're going to be, if you're going to be attracted to someone or not. So if you're attracted to a certain scent, then you're probably gonna be into people who smell
A certain way.
Absolutely.
Makes sense. Makes sense. But then imagine if that scent evokes
It
bad
triggers.
memories. Yeah, it triggers bad memories.
Yeah, if it triggers.
Yeah,
bad
people could
memories.
But
suffer.
if it triggers bad memories, I don't know, but I think it's going to push you away. Like I was reading somewhere or I was listening to a podcast where he talked about rats and how it was a what you call this
Scent?
scientific experiment
Experiment.
where the rats that were involved, right, had experienced a certain scent and a negative experience.
Yeah.
And even when they were enjoying themselves, now in a different setting, if they're enjoying themselves and that scent comes up, immediately they would shrink back. So I think it happens the same way to us, right?
Yeah, definitely.
If a scent triggers you, the moment you smell it, even if you like the person, you're gonna start feeling some type of way. And sometimes you can't even pinpoint what it is exactly.
Yeah,
Unless you
that's
actually know that it's because of this.
that's
Yeah.
conditioning.
I remember
Yeah.
when I sprayed one perfume, it was a Dear Savage. And then I went to a party. When I arrived to that party, the lady I was sitting next to had to literally tell me to move away because that scent reminded her of someone.
The scent of narcissist. That's what they say on narcissist. Although I don't, I could actually, okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Say it.
For me, it's like I could
Say it.
literally.
I
can't say it because I. But then, okay, I find it very, very super attractive.
Thank you. Thank
You
you.
could be attracted to narcissists.
This is the Dear Savage. That lady's heart. I think I can explain on that part. Not that it has to do with this perfume or anything, or there's anything wrong with this perfume. But what I think is this is the most selling perfume all around the world.
It's good.
If you go anywhere, they sell this perfume. If you ask any place, wheresoever, you find it everywhere, and everyone loves it. Every guy loves it, even ladies. I think on my collection, the most complimented perfume I have owned, that even when I wear up to today, as much as they hate it,
that one.
What? How do you describe it? What are the notes in it?
The notes on this, I wouldn't know. Like from
Sprayed.
the top,
How do you describe
from
it?
the top, it's a freshy, all-round perfume that you can wear anytime during summer, during winter. You will still feel fresh. Anytime you can wear it going to the office, you can wear it going to the gym, you can wear it all over.
All right.
So such types of perfumes, they are usually versatile or a signature perfume to anybody.
Yeah.
It's particularly on guys. So yeah, I guess that's why ladies
Smell it now.
ladies hate it, because I guess every guy has owned this perfume. So including the narcissist ones, including the good ones, including the
Exactly.
every kind of guy has, taken this.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you were to, yeah, good question. If you were to advise someone, okay, you're ready to say Creed.
Yeah.
Aventus.
Yeah, Creed Aventus.
Okay, Creed Aventus is the one that you would, if you were to
This I will wait.
advise anyone to
Yeah, every guy will love this perfume. It's these two actually are the most noticeable perfumes, or the most popular perfumes. The only thing with this one is it's expensive.
It's expensive.
It's expensive. This one, it's affordable.
Yeah.
So guys usually lean on this one or buy this one. But on Creed Aventus, it's just expensive.
I agree. Yeah, you.
But I think there are 3 or even more. Okay, there's Blue de Chanel.
Yeah, that one as well is a good one. That's
Creed Aventus, or
yeah,
the big man, the anchor one.
And for ladies,
Yeah,
do you have one topic?
for ladies, the ones that I know that are like all round, I think there's Chanel. There's Coco Chanel.
Number 5.
Coco Chanel, Mademoiselle or something.
Mademoiselle.
Yeah, Mademoiselle, that one, and YSL Libre.
Okay.
Yeah, these are freshy kind of perfumes, that can cover you all
year.
all year.
Okay.
Yeah, that one, and then the other one also that kind of used to remind me of my ex is Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Yeah, that one is amazing. I mean, I used to spray it even myself when,
Well, Givenchy entity. What do you think about that one?
I wouldn't know on the ladies part. Honestly, I don't know much, but I can, if someone is starting or wants to buy something,
Yeah.
I will always encourage them to buy something that can cover them
All year
round.
Okay.
Yeah. Not to buy something that will be seasonal, because at a certain point of the time, you're going to be stuck and you will have to leave it and go with the freshy ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kara, do you have any recommendations for ladies?
Yeah.
No, man. I'm waiting for me to say my memory.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry. My bad.
Why? Why?
She jumped you.
I'm so sorry. Okay. What's your memory and the scent?
Story time.
Right.
So, I
So sorry.
was waiting for it. No, I'm not triggered.
It looked like you triggered. It looks like you triggered.
So there was a specific scent. I don't even know the name of the scent. It wasn't. It was kind of Arabic, but it was sweet. And this guy was the only guy who used to use that scent.
All right.
And so, like, I would get into a place and I would know this person is there. With not having seen them, but I would know that they are there.
All right.
So yeah, that's my memory.
Oh.
Okay. So I guess I can say this on the perfumes. On the perfumes, there's what we call the projection. Okay. And the projection is when I spray a perfume and how much it can reach to you, right? Like you can, okay, I can feel your perfume, or I can smell it. I mean, when I'm sitting here, you can smell my perfume. That's on the projection side.
Okay.
And then she spoke about the guy being there, and you can notice that the guy is there even when the guy is not there.
Even when I haven't seen him.
Even when a guy passes like 2 minutes or 5 minutes, you can still pick the fragrance in the atmosphere.
The problem now was on one day, I think somebody was at his house, right? Sprayed the same perfume. And then we were at the same event.
Yeah.
So I'm like, no man.
Where is it?
Then I saw the friend, I was like, ah.
So that part, we call it the sillage, where a perfume lingers in the atmosphere for a certain period of time.
What is it called?
Sillage.
Sillage.
Yeah.
Oh.
Why am I describing, or why am I giving you these descriptions? Is so that you may know when you're buying, you can be able to identify what type of a perfume do you want. Okay, like you want a high projection perfume or you want a low projection perfume.
Okay.
Do you want a perfume with high sillage or the perfume with low sillage? Because perfumes with high sillage are those perfumes where I'm here, you know, perfumes that can raise attention, where you want all the attention on yourself. All right, that's the high sillage. And then there's the performance, you know, where the longevity, how long does it stay on your skin and on your clothes? When you spray it on your skin, is it a 5 hours perfume, or is it a 2 hours perfume, you know? And also on clothes. So these are like 3 major things that you need to know when you are buying. Before you just take it or pay the money, ask, okay, what's the projection time on this perfume? What's the sillage time on this perfume? If it really matters to you. For me, it matters. Anything that is less than 8 hours, I don't want to spend my money on it. You know, but some people, they'll be like, okay, 8 hours for me, it's overpowering me. I feel nauseous. I feel like this or whatever, you know. So I want something that will just stay like 4 hours or 3 hours. I'm fine with that, you know.
Okay.
So something like that is something that you should know about. And
then the next question is, we've had so many times, like if you want to sleep better, try lavender, chamomile, all these scents, right?
Right.
And we were describing how citrus makes me feel homey.
Okay.
Is there an attachment to that, or is there a truth to it? Is there a science behind it that makes it work all the time, or does it work for some people and it doesn't work for some people?
I would say with fragrances, it comes all the way to I can give examples maybe in the Bible. It comes all the way in the beginning. You know, even Christ himself is described as a fragrance. You know, that's where you see even not only on the Christian side, but even on the Muslim side, it's a culture. Fragrances are all about the culture. That's why you see them burning oud. It's form of worship. It kind of connects you depending on what you'll be burning at that time, but it kind of connects you to a certain atmosphere. I'll just give examples. Some shops, like maybe a cake shop, they use vanilla scents. You get in there, it'll be just vanilla blowing as if it's a cake that is smelling or whatever. And automatically, it connects you to cake or eating something that is sweet. If you get in Starbucks, you get in there, it's coffee, you know, there's that enhancement of coffee scent that they put within the shop. It connects you to, drinking a coffee. If you get into a hotel, there's some scent that you get in there and you feel relaxed.
Yeah.
You feel like you're in a vacation. So that's how deep this thing comes in. Even right now, if we put a bad breath right now, obviously it will turn you off, right? Automatically, it will turn you off. So that's the science behind this thing.
Yeah.
It has to do with the sense of smell. When you smell something, there is a certain hormone that is triggered behind you that then connects you to a certain place coming from, or let me say, depending on what scent you'll be smelling at that time. If it's food, connects you to hunger immediately.
I feel hungry.
I just came from the elevator and there's food that is smelling and I'm feeling hungry. There was a connection of a hormone, not that you were hungry before, but when you smelled something. So that's where it comes from. That's the psychology that comes from. Yeah. It's biologically, it's spiritually, yeah.
And I suppose that then ties to the biology of it is sense. The thing with sense is we have neurons directly from our nose that goes directly to the brain.
Right.
And it's connected to the limbic system. The limbic system is responsible for memories.
Absolutely.
So then immediately you smell something, it's connected to a memory before it even comes to the part where you can verbalize it. So that's the first reaction. The scent connects you to a memory, and then it then travels to the part of the brain that's responsible for language. So yeah.
That's another broader good way of describing.
And so then that ties up also to, can a scent be a form of therapy or healing?
Absolutely.
It definitely can.
It does.
But what scents are associated with relaxation and healing?
It depends with the person, honestly, because some people, you could go along with lavender, and someone doesn't love it at all.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That so then
some people it will trigger something. Maybe they grew up with someone at that time who was spraying the same thing, and then they are saying it does heal or what. Yes, there are particularly scents like that, like lavender. In the Islamic, it's when you do the oud, where it connects you to worship. I'm not sure in the Christianity part what type exactly, but it just depends. It just depends.
Mary, frankincense.
But yeah, there are scents that are connected to that. Probably when you go to those healing sessions or whatever,
like aromatherapy.
Yeah.
But yeah, mostly, I suppose like what you said, but mostly people tend to use lavender for like calming and relaxation. And even like when you get things like bath salts or things like that.
Yeah. Lavender, eucalyptus, and
I'm sure you buy candles. So there are those candles that when you buy, when you smell it, you kind of feel like, okay, this one will freshen up my home. I can sit and relax. Something like that.
And there's a certain sense that I suppose maybe would be tied to smelling fresh, like the citrus. It just gives that fresh, clean, feeling. Yeah.
Then this one, confidence and attraction. Do you believe that your perfume can increase your confidence or you attract? What do you call it?
Attractiveness.
Attractiveness.
Of course.
So okay.
Of course.
When you're getting a scent, are you thinking about that as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. When I'm buying a fresh note, I'm thinking about my confidence in me meeting clients, my confidence in me going to work, my confidence in me going to gym. You know, I feel very confident when I'm smelling good. Like, I feel like I'm a boss. I feel like I'm a man. My masculinity is increased. You know, unlike someone who's not smelling good. Yeah, I just I just feel good. I just feel good. I just feel connected to myself.
So hence the attractiveness.
So
with the confidence comes the attractiveness.
Then it depends on the situation.
Random
basically.
question: would you ever be with someone who doesn't use deodorant or who doesn't use deodorant?
For me,
yeah,
who doesn't use like perfumes? You're on the lady side or
the ladies' side.
Yes.
No, but sorry.
My okay.
No, because I was thinking about this whole attractiveness, right?
Okay.
And how it like scents can increase your attractiveness.
Yeah.
But now I'm also thinking there are people who are anti-deodorant, anti-fragrance, right?
Yeah.
Could you ever be with someone who doesn't use deodorant at all?
Definitely, I will. My love for fragrance has got nothing to do with me imposing it into someone else who I will be, who I have in my life.
So you're okay with someone having their natural
scent, just not smelling bad. Bad hygiene, that's a no-go area for me.
No, you can answer the question. I feel like it's burning before I answer. I feel like you want to let out some things.
It's a deal breaker for me having someone probably bad breath or smells bad. No, if you're smelling natural, it's okay. It's fine. Me and my perfumes, I feel like my love for it, my obsession with it, it won't be fair if I impose it on someone who doesn't like it.
Yeah. I was just thinking, right? Scenario here. There's this person who's smelling good, equally attractive, and then there's this person who is anti-deodorant, anti-fragrance. Who would you go for?
The two are equally attractive.
Equally attractive. Who would you go for?
Personally? Oh, hey.
Both of you. Because for me, it's
let's hear her.
We already established that it increases attractiveness. So definitely I would go for.
I think that, okay, with those two, right, equally attractive, like we said, the fragrance would increase the level of attractiveness, right? But the problem would come if you were saying somebody who looks very good but doesn't smell very good, and somebody who looks, but smells very good, then
the latter for me. In that case, what would you go for?
Okay, for me,
looks good but doesn't smell good.
Mm-hmm.
Average looking, basic, but it smells really good.
For me, okay, I'll go for looks.
But you just mentioned they have a bad breath. You wouldn't care if they look good. You leave someone with a basic look, but good hygiene.
See, I'm a man. Okay, I'm a man. As much as I love smelling good, men are moved by what they see. Wow. Women are moved by
bad
what
breath. It still wouldn't matter.
That we can adjust. You will never get something that is 100%, yeah?
Oh my word! Oh my word!
Just like me, I'm not 100%. So obviously, when someone chooses me, it's not like they saw that I'm 100%.
So,
But
you're
they chose
willing to
me.
work through the bad bread.
Absolutely,
You're willing to go through.
absolutely. It's things that you can change. If everyone has a bad breath, but you know,
But
you
looks,
have to
you
know.
can't change.
You have to
look the
know.
way you
The
look.
looks you will not change.
Yeah.
The looks, it's something that you're gonna stay with until you die.
You know, that's what I was saying.
Though it can change, someone can have an accident and it changes. But based on the question, definitely I'll go for someone who's looking attractive, and then we can work it out on some of the other things.
Right.
Wait, before you go to the other question.
But no, like, yeah, you go first, and then I will go ahead. And it's tied to what he was saying about the looks, right?
No,
Because
okay.
there's also hormones involved. There are hormones that are triggered by scent.
Mm-hmm.
So you would be automatically turned off if someone has bad breath, for example.
Yeah, absolutely.
So then, how are you then going to match the
They're
two?
going to work through
Work
it.
through it.
We help each other.
But then you're turned off. That's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're
But
already
looks,
turned off.
remember, looks come first for
But then
them.
the moment they get in your proximity, you're like, oh my god, fish. No, like, let's be realistic, yeah. Okay.
Hey,
I don't know. Okay.
let him answer for himself.
Oh my god. Yeah, definitely. You know what? When you love someone unconditionally, you can adjust to these things. It's something that you can work on. Smelling good and smelling bad is something that you can.
Maybe women are different from men, right? When it comes to that, what's your preference, Kara?
Preference on
Looks good looking, gentleman,
Mm-hmm.
but smells off.
Mhm.
Or average looking, not so much to write home about, but smells really, really nice.
to be honest, if it's something that can be changed, I would go for looks. No, I mean if it's because if it's something that can be changed, but then if it's something that cannot be changed,
it's just looks on the equation here.
Because some people, no matter how much deodorant or perfume they put on, they do not change, then that's a problem. But for people where it can be changed,
we're changing.
if it's a dental issue, I'll take you to the dentist.
Oh, just brush your mouth.
No, I'm not going to brush your teeth for you, but
obviously he's gonna brush. But I mean, this is something that you can work on. It's not like even some of us, we just were born with fragrances or smelling good. At some point,
we did not smell good.
Exactly.
That's true.
You have to work on it.
All right. Okay, I'll give it to you guys. You win.
But on another
You didn't tell
note,
us your answer.
she did.
I'm 100%. Anyway, in general, I've said this consistently. Be it smell and looks, I'll choose smell. Be it money and looks, I'll choose money. Be it anything and looks, because I'm not really I'm okay with looking okay or looking presentable, but then having the other basics. I don't think I would be comfortable really telling someone to go to the dentist, for example, or let's go to the dentist, or I think you should take a shower. Things like that.
They should be a best friend enough for you to tell them that, I guess.
No.
Are you saying you won't be? Because you know what? Sometimes you might not know that you are smelling garlic in your mouth.
No, things like this, no, like garlic, oniony, like yes, of course, like before we go to bed anyway. let's go,
And
let's
mouth
go.
in generally, I wouldn't know if it's smelling now or not. You know?
No, but then that's the thing, right?
So I should
There are
be
things like that.
Mhm.
But then there are permanent scents. I don't know, guys.
Okay, permanent. Yeah.
Haven't you experienced people that have this permanent? It's permanent. It's not like it's something that you can work through. It's
Yeah,
not
if
like
it,
it's
if
something
it's
that,
permanent, then
yeah.
that's a problem. If it's permanent, then that's a problem. But for most, there are very few people who have that thing that is permanent. They're there.
Yeah,
Those
yeah.
individuals, they're there.
Yeah.
But for most people, it's something that can be fixed.
And it's mostly a condition, and they can work throughout that condition.
But interestingly, when we're preparing for the podcast, there is this thing that I found out, and I found it very interesting that there are different things that attract us to people, and on some level, you don't even know why you have chemistry with this person. So sometimes you get attracted. It's not even conscious; it's subconscious. You get attracted to a person because of the scent. But it's not just with romantic relationships, even with friendship. For the people who just click, and you don't know, like you just think that you just click, and apparently this happens to people who have a similar scent.
Yeah.
I wanted to say something when we were talking about the natural scent before we started talking about the bed odor and everything, right? The natural scent. I really do believe that there are people that I could pick their natural scent even if they're wearing deodorant.
Okay.
And it's that which you'll be attracted to. It's that which you're drawn to, and not necessarily the.
So what are you picking on the natural and on the deodorant?
I don't know. It's what she's explaining exactly. Like you just feel drawn to someone, but it has absolutely nothing to do with the deodorants they have on. But there's a certain scent that attracts you to that person, but it's not the artificial scent. It's like their natural.
I think that's normal.
Okay. The natural scent, I thought maybe like it's neutral, so you can't really.
No.
Oh, really?
Every person has a different scent.
Oh, yeah.
But some people have like a similar kind of scent. In fact, you can be repelled by a person by their natural scent. Not that it smells bad, but you just
not. Yeah.
Okay. I'm yet to learn on that part of
and then there
getting
was
the natural scent. I thought it's neutral. It's something like in the air right now. You can't. They are not smelling. You know. Yeah. They won't be smelling good. They won't be smelling bad. They are just flat. You know. Yeah.
And then there was somebody who said ladies can pick up a certain scent from a guy, and that would determine if they're willing to be with that person, because the certain scent communicates if this person is, like fit for reproduction or not.
Yeah.
So can you imagine you being the guy who doesn't have the scent?
That says I'm ready. I can do this. We can multiply.
Well, like we said, sense has triggers.
Yeah.
And those are some of the triggers that comes within the sense. Like it can turn you on. It can make you feel comfortable. Like when someone is just close to you, they keep from you, because for them it kind of makes them be calm. They'll be comfortable. They'll be at peace when they're around you with such sense. Yeah. So it just differs.
What about personality? We talked about confidence, attractiveness. What about personality?
Yes, there is a certain way how you perceive a person who's smelling good.
Like, would you
Definitely.
say, for example, right? Yeah. For example, right, with a certain sense, like a certain fragrance, that, like, when you look at those, the ones that you mentioned before, like, if you perceive this scent on a person, would you immediately assume that they're confident and they're bold, and then with a different scent, you would perceive them a different way?
Yes. Yes, like we said on some fragrances, they are freshy. You know, it's more casual. It's more in the formal side. It covers both. It covers all seasons. So yes, there are some people who can be turned on by those ones, but there are some specific ones, you know, that really drives you into being like intimate with someone, or it drives you in a certain direction with someone. There are such perfumes like that. Personally, I have those perfumes.
Yeah. And actually, speaking of fresh, this is just a research, right? It says floral and fresh scents, often worn by people who love elegance, romance, and freshness.
Yeah, it can linger to that.
There we go.
Maybe we can pick a perfume and then we can ask on both of you, what do you feel if
Yes,
someone
please.
sprays?
Yes, let's do that.
Okay. We have stronger than you intensely. I'll ask both of you, if a guy can wear this,
I feel this
how
will
would
not
you
work for me.
I don't know. Yeah, just tell me what you feel on it, or what you smell.
When do you have to start with me?
What-
Can you start with that?
What triggers?
No, you can
You're allowed to spray it on the air or whatsoever, or on your hand. If it doesn't trigger you, you can try another one. If you feel.
No, this is, oh my, this is nice.
So
We know already.
if your boyfriend is wearing that as an example, where is it taking you to?
Ooh.
All right, keep your answer. Let's go to the. Keep your answer. Whether you
Now
hear the
I'm
answers
curious.
differently.
Okay, here we go, guys. Oh my God. Okay. So I like the scent,
All right.
but it reminds me of a scent. Yeah, I've associated
If your guy is wearing
with
this,
a different experience, so it's not gonna be a good one.
okay.
But yeah, for me, this is I'll say confidence.
It's confident. It's but then there's also it's almost like a cinnamony
Yes.
kind. So that is
Like, you're
inviting.
drawn to it.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
That would be like a dinner fragrance, I think.
So you have judged it for yourself.
It works.
Apparently, it's a perfume that I wear for dates.
Okay, it works.
Learn something.
It works.
It works, yeah.
You learned something.
I'll try a different one.
You try another one.
Honestly.
Okay, and then we have Blue de
this one
Chanel.
This one I.
You know it, right? Okay, we're gonna spread it to them, and then you spray it.
This is like a gym kind of thing. It smells very crisp and fresh.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
right.
For me, this is like an everyday. I keep like, you know.
So was it bringing you, like you're saying?
Not really. No.
It doesn't. Yeah.
No. It's
Like-
it's just okay. You look I mean, it
Like,
gives
okay,
the
okay,
impression that a person is
It's
clean.
Clean, yes.
Yeah,
Like
but
I
doesn't
take
necessarily
good
draw
care
you
of
in.
myself.
Yeah. Mm.
Right. Okay. And then I have the last, maybe second last. That's Montale Paris Arabian Tonka
Can't smell anything.
spray. Put it on your.
Mm.
Keep your answer.
I'm happy for you, Claudia. Let's go. Not in my face, guy. Now this is warm
Okay.
for me.
And you?
Oh my god.
Where's the memory? Bring it out. It's here. Let's hear it.
No.
No, you can't do that.
Tell me.
No.
No, you tell me about this scent.
No, I will
Please.
tell you after
No,
when
if-
you guys describe.
No, you have to say something.
if you-
After
if-
such a reaction, you can't.
I promise you this. If he says it, I'm going to.
No, I can't. You have to say it. Then I can tell you my experience. Tell us.
Say it. You
Tell us.
keep telling me it's a safe space. Go for it.
For me, I don't think I like it. It's very manly, very bold, I think.
Yeah, it's bold.
Yes,
Um,
absolutely bold.
Too bold
Very
for my
outspoken,
liking, I
yeah.
think. It has no sense of warmth in it for me.
Okay.
It's just the rigid, I think.
If you're going out, like out.
Yeah, I don't.
No, you yeah. We know we don't go out, but I'm saying.
No, I mean, no, not like that. I mean, I wouldn't like it. I just wouldn't.
Oh God. Okay. You can now explain.
Why can't you explain though?
No, I'm done. I've helped her.
For me, on this perfume, how I knew about it, I used to stay with one lady who used to sublet a room. And that's how I knew this perfume. She would spray this perfume going out. Right? And
So I say this is the going
it's
out.
a very
Going out like where?
seductive perfume
Like-
for me.
Yeah.
Personally, it's a very seductive perfume.
Yeah.
Well, hence the response.
Yeah.
Seductive perfume, and it's a very bold, loud perfume that I'm almost 1 year with it. I don't wear it anyway because it's one perfume that when you wear it, it's just everyone is turning their head because it's super strong
Yeah.
and very seductive.
But if you're going out, like let's say for people that go out, right? If you're going out clubbing or something like that, this would
This will speak. I'm
it
here.
will speak.
Oh, you're here. It speaks.
It
Yeah.
speaks.
Okay.
Carol, I'm here. Guys, everyone, I'm here.
You
On the
would
projection.
definitely be able to
To pick
smell
it
it amongst other fragrances.
I remember when she left us, this perfume smelled in the room for weeks because that was like a scent.
That's what you were saying. What
The
was the word?
Sillage.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So there are some perfumes that when you spray and they become a scent in the house, that's this type of a perfume.
It's too bold
That
for me.
becomes when you open a closet, it says hi. When you open a washing basket,
It's
there's a
seductive in
t-shirt.
that sense, right? Like what you're saying, it's too bold.
Yeah.
So once it intoxicates,
Yeah.
yeah.
It evoked some memories. My God. Memories that could not be said on camera on the safe lounge. Hey! That says a lot.
All right. Sense and mental wellness. So, can perfumes and fragrances be used to boost mental health? I think we've touched on this, right?
Yeah,
When we're talking about relaxation and
it's a combination, not necessarily that it really makes you. Yeah, it can calm you down. It makes you feel at peace. Depending on the scent. But it's a combination of all those things. Mentally, you are confident, self-awareness, like you can feel yourself, it's a combination of a lot of things, of which, once those things combine together, you are in the right state of mind, when you wear a fragrance like that.
So, for example, somebody is feeling low, but they need to go out. So once you put on the bold fragrance, it immediately lifts your spirit.
Yeah,
I feel like, okay,
We can do
you
this.
feel okay.
It's like when you dress up well.
Yeah. You feel okay yourself. You will feel okay even when you get compliments. There are some people who buy fragrances for those reasons.
for compliments, right?
For compliments.
Yeah.
I'm spraying it so that, when I pass by care of
But
it.
there's something about a man who smells good. Hey,
That's what I was talking about. But you say no, you would rather pick your one that doesn't smell good and you will make them smell good as long as they look good. Okay. That's you.
there's just something about a dude who smells good. Yep.
It's a topic for it.
You see? Exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But isn't it interesting also, like when you talk of things that can calm you down, and then so the combination of smell and taste, like the combination of those senses. For example, you look at things like chamomile, or even peppermint or eucalyptus. Like when you have them, say for example, it's a tea. It also has that feel good factor on your mental space and where you are at. Yeah.
Apparently, some schools diffuse peppermint scents in classrooms because it helps students stay focused and alert. Did you know that peppermint helps with that?
No, but I've had peppermint tea though. Like the way it
busted up.
Yeah.
Toothpaste in the morning when you brush your teeth, don't you feel alive?
Yeah, you feel like
you feel alive.
peppermint.
Yeah, you feel like
There's the mint
in
it. So
I think for I think for me it's like when you have a shower gel that has like a eucalyptus scent, it wakes you up.
Yeah.
You feel rejuvenated. Yeah.
Okay. What's one fragrance every person should have in their collection?
I would say a freshy fragrance because it covers all the
I think there's something that you didn't explain, right? When you were saying seasonal.
Yeah. There are seasonal perfumes. There are perfumes that are, for example, oud perfumes. They are those deep fragrances that you can't wear during summer times because they have a certain way on how they, there's that chemical mixed that comes within your sweat and that scent. Maybe I can give you an example. This is a very deep oud perfume. You can smell it. Even yours, the one that you gave us. You smell it? It's so...
Okay, yeah.
Right?
Ooh, it went on my tongue.
Right.
But you know something? I prefer this to that other one.
This one?
Yeah.
Apparently this one, it's one of a very sophisticated perfume.
I'm a sophisticated
That
person.
Unisex, but at the same time, you can't wear this during summer. Have you ever had a sweaty shade, very sweaty shade, and then you spray perfume? How does it smell?
Yeah. It's just,
It kind of eliminates some of the freshness of a certain perfume or whatever perfume you'll be having. So it comes there when we speak about seasonal perfumes. There's perfumes like the ones that I gave you. You can't wear this during summer. There's a lot of cinnamon. There's a lot of dates. There's a lot of vanilla on it. So you want something that is freshy. So if I'm to recommend someone out there who doesn't have a fragrance and wants to start a perfume or wants to buy a perfume, I would say go for something that is freshy because it'll cover you throughout every way. It'll accommodate the formal, the casual. And on the formal, we mean you can go to work, you can do meetings, you can do business, whatever, with them. And on the casual, it means you can go for football, go for gym, you can go for hangouts, you can go to church, you can go to wheresoever you want with such fragrances. And then these other ones, we call them occasional fragrances, where they have got a certain place that you want to spray them like this. You can't spray this and you're going in the sun in UAE where it's 50 degrees.
It's a night perfume.
It's so deep, it's a night perfume. So
it's a night perfume.
if you were to say, okay, I want to buy a fragrance, maybe I'll say like buy 3. One freshy one, one casual one, and then maybe the one that stands in between the casual and the occasional one.
So 4?
It depends with your preference, but if you buy 2, the thing is one is gonna suffer because it covers the casual and the casual and the formal.
Okay.
So it's gonna suffer, like you be like rubbing it on it every day, basically. Yeah. And then maybe you go once in a while outside or at night, So maybe if you have something that can cover the one for the casual and then you're good to go.
All right. Carol, do you have anyone that you would definitely recommend?
I don't know, man. I don't know because like you saw, I like things that are warm, that have got vanilla. I think I like, things that are inviting. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah.
For me, it's the warmth, but amber, not floral. Okay. Not anything sweet.
Not too sweet.
Not too sweet. Thank you.
That's the ladies' one. It's not even men's one. That's sweet, yeah.
Is it sweet? Oh my God. Here we go. I don't want it to go on my tongue. Okay, yeah, this is sweet.
Very sweet.
And it's engraved, by the way.
Can I see?
Good idea if you're gifting someone a perfume. You might as well just engrave it.
Should I say what it says?
No.
This one is...
this one is engraved as well.
Yeah, that one is... that was like a happy birthday thing, guys.
My SLS.
It's personal, but anyway, I can read it out. It's engraved. This one is engraved. I love you. Happy birthday. This one is just the name. It's just Gerald, nothing else.
Is there any other scent that you haven't described there?
Basically, we spoke about this. If I'm going to buy as a gentleman, I will have these two. There are some, by the way, before we close it down. There's this philosophy that people say that you cannot buy a clone. You know, in the perfume, there's the original and there's the clone. On the clone, it's a perfume that is inspired. For example, something that is inspired by Creed. You know, it's got the same notes, it's got the same everything, and then they just create something that is the same.
Yeah.
Like, so before I'll be like, oh, I can't buy such. Rather, I buy Creed. But you know, something I've learned in me collecting those perfumes is me being privileged living in the UAE. I've realized that, you know, UAE, not only UAE, but Gulf itself, the Middle East, they have grown so much in the perfume industry. And they are creating even something that is more powerful than the Creed, but it has the same notes.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So I'll tell myself, oh no, I can't buy something that is a clone, it's a fake. But trust me, there are clones that are performing
really nice.
even more than Creed itself. Creed itself, as an example, is like around 1,800, 1,500, depending on where you're buying it. And there are some clones that you can buy for less than $100. They will perform way better than Creed itself.
Wow.
Yeah, I need the plug after this, please.
The Creed itself. So before you probably waste your money on Creed, look for a clone, look for a dupe for Creed, and then
Do you
you can cover yourself on that.
Are you willing to help people? If
Yes.
someone was to come to you and ask you, so I'm looking for
Absolutely.
this scent, are you willing to?
Absolutely.
So should we direct them to your social?
Yes, I can.
What
I can
are
help
your
with
social?
that.
Wait, before he does that, right? In closing, before you say where people can reach you,
Yeah.
if you were to describe the Safe Lounge as a perfume, which notes would you give it?
If I have to describe Safe Lounge
Yes.
as a perfume,
Yes. As a fragrance.
So basically, that's describing me and Caroline in one, plus the couch.
okay, what I've experienced today as a fragrance,
Yes.
I would say they are a freshy fragrance.
Ooh. All year round.
Oh, yeah. They are a freshy fragrance. They are not occasional.
Yeah.
They are welcoming when you
So like you'd put
On
some
the opening.
vanilla scent in it.
maybe on the dry down.
Okay.
By the way, on the perfume there is the top notes, the middle notes, and then the base.
So you're saying that the base is
So maybe on the base is vanilla when it's now so calmly smelling and
Okay.
relaxing and all that. And then in the beginning it's, hey, come, let's
Do this.
let's speak.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
And where can people get hold of you in case they need photography, they need
Advice on scents.
On the media, I'm on PC Media. And on the scents, I'm on PC Perfumes.
PC perfumes.
this is on Instagram?
I recently opened that page because I was kind of now mixing my personal page with a lot of things.
Okay.
So because I want to monetize this fragrance thing, I decided to open a new page that focuses on fragrances,
Are you
basically.
on a side note, are you going to open one for the food as well?
Oh, that's an interesting one that I always get from inboxes. I don't think I don't know. I don't know, honestly, because it's not like I have that passion with cooking.
You don't?
Yeah?
Yeah, it's not.
Come on,
It's not like it's my top. honestly.
Really?
No.
You're not a foodie.
Wow. With all that plating that you do and everything.
You are not a foodie, Chamu.
Are you a
I'm
foodie?
not that a foodie. I'm not that a foodie, honestly. It's not like
Wow.
but the whole point is on content creation. The whole point is on
You have disappointed me.
No, you haven't disappointed.
I'm
This house is
disappointed.
full of foodies. I think I'm the only one who identifies as a non-foodie.
Yeah, I get a lot of people asking, "Are you a chef?" No, I didn't learn anything about chefing. I just grew up with a single mom who would teach me how to make salsa, would teach me how to wash plates. And the more strength on my content is the videography part. That's
Okay.
that's the content. It's the content creating basically. It's just that
No wonder why.
on the cooking food and the food part, there is a volume, there is algorithm on that part a lot. People like food. People like seeing food and, all
But
those
in
things.
actual fact, you are advertising the.
But for me, yeah. And thankfully, I've got jobs because of that. Clients will come and be like, man, I want to create content. Looks like you're a good content creator. And that's it.
You're not a foodie. That is the most shocking thing on this podcast, on this episode.
Discovery. But I'm actually happy.
I do like
to
food,
find
yeah,
someone
but
who
it's
would
not like...
likes food content, but is not necessarily a foodie.
I'm not that a foodie. I eat very less, and most of those things, it's things that I do. When you see me cooking, all those styles that will be coming is things that I direct other chefs outside there to do them. So for me, it's easy to then do it myself, and just showing the quality that I can bring about on that content and the creativity part that I can bring about on that. But if you ask, fragrance is my passion. Fragrance is my passion,
Okay.
And the behind camera is my passion. The camera itself is my passion.
So the food blogs.
Food is just boosting the because people love food anyway.
Oh, sorry to disappoint you, Carol.
I'm so disappointed.
But if you see my content, like, I don't cook a lot. Like, it's, you can catch one or two content where I'm cooking, but it then, there's some stuff that I then fit in within the cooking. But otherwise, you would see like cooking throughout.
Yeah.
If I was a foodie person, you will see food throughout all my content. Nothing that has to do with lifestyle, nothing that has to do with perfumes, but just food throughout. There are content creators like that who you just see food throughout.
Yes, because it's literally
that's their line, and it's not them who will be shooting actually. There's someone who's shooting.
Okay.
I'm so disappointed. But anyway, thank you so much, guys, for joining us.
Thank you so much, Chamu, for joining us. And we hope you'll come back for another episode.
Hopefully.
Where we will talk about all those things that we were just hinting in between. And please don't forget to like, share, subscribe.
And comment. See you on the next one.
Bye.